I'm Jo Esser, a leadership and voice coach. I'm a former director of quality for a large insurance company, and I've been in the quality and testing world for over 30 years, and I absolutely love it. So, I want to let you know on the things that I'm going to teach you today on your leadership voice are all things that I'm continuing to practice too. I'm a work in progress, and you will be too, because I hope you join this movement of improving your voice. These are the assumptions. I'm doing this talk based on these assumptions. That for leadership, you need to develop yourself personally and professionally. That you want to develop a leadership voice. You want to be the best you can be. I know that's true because you're here watching this Test Flicks on a weekend. Thank you, Test Flicks, for having this once again. And it will take time and effort to develop a leadership voice. Your voice is the most powerful communication tool you'll ever have. So let's use it properly. Why do you need a leadership voice? Because you will be able to move people to take action, which you want to do as a leader. Implement your ideas, have people implement your ideas and have more influence and impact. We all want this. You want your team to do something, using a leadership voice will help. Your Scrum team, you're on a Scrum team, you want something, you need help, or you really want a bug fixed if you're a tester. If you use a leadership voice, you're more likely to make it happen. So as leaders, we all want to be perceived as being confident, having strength and courage and fearlessness, even if we don't feel it. The good news is the sounds you make can portray confidence even if you aren't feeling it. People won't even know the difference. How you sound is how you're perceived. Think about that. It's your responsibility for how you sound. We are judged within the first 3 seconds of opening our mouths. It's not fair, but that's what the world does. But it's a skill set we can all learn and improve upon and practice. So I'm going to share with you some of the secrets to create this leadership voice today. As a side, all jobs right now in the top 5 skill sets that they're looking for includes leadership skills, oral communication skills, great oral communication skills, and collaboration. Developing this voice will improve in all 3 of those areas. Your voice is the most powerful communication tool you'll ever possess. And many people are trapped behind voices that don't even showcase the best of them, and they don't even like. I certainly was. Started with my cheerleading voice. I wasn't very enthusiastic and certainly not loud enough with enough volume to make a difference, which is one of the most important ingredients in showcasing confidence. This is my definition of what a good leadership voice is. You have to develop your internal voice, and that's the thoughts that are going on in your head. You can develop them moving into a much more positive environment and thoughts if you're not there. And that makes a big difference on your external voice too. If you're not having those negative thoughts, it's going to come out in your external voice. So we want to take both of those together, creates a leadership voice. And a leadership voice will move people to take action, including yourself. And you must showcase the sounds of confidence, whether you feel like it or not. This is important for a leadership voice. So I'm going to share with you a quick few ways that you can take away and practice. That's a big key, is practice these things, which is what's going to help you develop that better leadership voice. And this doesn't matter if you're already a leader, you're an aspiring leader, or if you're on a team. Because if you're on a team, you're always needing to show leadership roles on a team too. That's just your responsibility these days. So your internal voice. Becoming aware of those nasty thoughts you may have. You may talk to yourself, and many, many people do, in a way that you wouldn't ever say out loud to another human being. You're so stupid. How could you do that? Any of those thoughts, you need to stomp out now and replace them with, I am capable. I am so smart. I am learning how to do that. I am practicing that and I will be so great. Change those thoughts. And when you change those thoughts, you most likely will be also going from a limiting mindset when you say, I can't do this, to a growth mindset. I can do this with practice. I can do this with learning, implementing. So how you talk to yourself really matters. Your external voice. You can change that by having sounds of confidence and adding more melody and volume to your voice. And you can eliminate fillers. This is important for, both of these are important for a leadership voice. So there are 5 building blocks of voice, but I'm going to concentrate on the 2 most important building blocks, and specifically relating to confidence. Melody and volume. So for melody, there's 3 types of melodies. It kind of relates to the stair step in the picture. I am so monotone, I stay on the same note the whole time. I may go up a note, but then I'm back down on the landing. We don't want that. Descending, I'm going down the stairs. It's my birthday. I am so sad. We don't want that. It makes people think you're depressed. We want to be doing ascending scales, going up the scales. I am so happy. It's my birthday. For confidence, we want to be doing this 85% of the time. Now, when you get towards the end of a period or a sentence, you can start out your sentences with, I am so happy to be alive. And you can use monotone on the last couple words, but for the most part, you want to be using more melody throughout your sentences. Volume. Most people speak too softly. The way you sound in your head is different than the way people are hearing you. You need to speak like you're speaking to people 5 to 8 feet away from you. This will showcase to people that you're confident. Confident sounds are louder. The perception is if you talk too softly, you just really aren't confident in yourself, and people are not going to believe you or act upon what you want them to act on. So get used to speaking louder. So this is a vocal profile of confidence. Again, for melody, and this is on a 10-scale point system. Melody, you want to be using around 6 or 7 worth of melodies in your sentences, and your volume needs to be on the higher side to showcase confidence. Even if you don't feel it, you're showcasing it, and people won't know the difference. Did you know there's a filler pandemic going on along with the COVID pandemic? All of these words like, and so they're all filler words that we must work on to eliminate. These are the most common filler words out there, but there are others. When you use filler words, it makes you sound less intelligent. Dumb. Who wants to sound dumb? So a way to find out what your words are, if you have them, if you don't have a spouse like mine who told me mine was, by every time I said, he would say, no, I don't know. I didn't like hearing that, so I had to eliminate that. Record yourself for 30 seconds and listen back and count and hear how many fillers you have. Also record yourself and see how many, if you're using ascending scales or descending scales. The reason you use descending scales is what we were taught in grade school when we were learning to read and write. They taught us to only go up at the end of a sentence and to go down at commas and periods. But this is not good because people think you're done talking. So if you're a person that gets interrupted a lot, you may be doing this on a real regular basis. So you count your number of ums and you can start adjusting. So here's a couple quick techniques to eliminate fillers. Speak on a solid airflow. What does that mean? It means I'm connecting all my words together until I get to a comma or a period. Then I take a breath and think about what I'm going to say next. Also, stretching out your words can also help eliminate the fillers. So we really want to work on that. Why? Because it's going to help your listeners too. The listeners are going to hear you and process your words more when you pause at commas and periods, because our brains are gatherers. Until it hears a silence, can it process the words you've been saying. So for a speaker, it might feel like you're being silent too long, but you're probably not. And besides, you're being kind to your listener. So when you get to a period or a comma, when you're practicing, you can cover your mouth and think about what you're going to say next. I really want you to practice this 5 to 10, 15 minutes a day so you can become really good at it. And this is really going to help you eliminate your fillers. You need to keep practicing and training your brain. It's not going to just happen thinking about it during the day. You have to consciously practice it. So here's why I wanted to eliminate my fillers. When I found out that people will believe I'm smarter, more intelligent, and funnier. Who doesn't want to have people believe that about you? Sign me up. So, improving your voice will improve your life and others you communicate with. Your voice is the most powerful communication tool. And you have the power to create a leadership voice to change the world through better oral communications. Let's do this. How you do it is by consistent daily practice. Pick one of these things and then you can build upon it. Is it your volume? Are you using more ascending melodies? Are you practicing eliminating your fillers? All of this will help. So these are the skill sets again to work on. Focus on ascending melodies and more volume. Don't go down at commas and periods. Eliminate your fillers by solid airflow and using the power of silence. Here's my contact information. I am happy to talk with any of you if you want to get in touch with me. And remember, your voice matters.